W walce wieczoru gali UFC w Paryżu Caio Borralho zmierzy się z Nassourdinem Imavovem w walce jednej z najważniejszych tej jesieni, jeżeli chodzi o wagę średnią. O tym oczywiście porozmawiamy z Brazylijczykiem, ale również o jego powiązaniach z polskimi braćmi, którzy trenują w gymie Fighting Nerds, Michałem i Czarkiem Oleksiejczukiem. Caio, it's a pleasure to see you and to have an opportunity to talk to you. It's been a while since we've seen you in the cage, and I guess it must have been frustrating to you to see maybe new players emerging in the division while you were quite sidelined.
Yeah, like for sure it was a kind of a little bit frustrating, as you said, but I took the time off to develop myself in other ways too, not just like physically, but mentally and in my mind, and got to know myself a little bit more, you know, and got to find new motivations and everything. So I think I'm a better athlete than I was 1 year ago, not only in a physical aspect, but in the mind aspect too.
So now, of course, we are ahead of a big, really important matchup for you, but also for Imavov. Guy that you clearly don't like, and maybe hostile enemy territory. I guess that's kind of a situation when it gives you extra itch to step inside the cage.
Yeah, like I wouldn't say that I don't like the guys. We were just promoting the fight that we're supposed to do, you know, because people wants to see this fight, people wants to see an entertaining fight, people wants to be entertaining, so that's what I was trying to do for sure. I was very mad when he refused to fight me on International Fight Week. That's the day that we were supposed to fight the first time, but when it comes about fighting, there's no emotions on me. It's just mind, you know, just my brain working, and nothing personal, just business. Just go in there, perform, dominate another guy, and it is what it is.
But even though you said that it was just promoting fight, he didn't do his part. I think you were also frustrated when he didn't come to Chicago when UFC wanted to face you off and have a press conference.
Yeah, for sure it was frustrating, because this game is about entertaining and promoting, you know, and he's the guy that making things hard to the UFC. He's not a guy that UFC wants as a champion, you know, because he'll be like doing whatever he wants and not going to promote and all that, appearing and connecting with the fans and all that. Actually, he started to talk on social media just right now that he got a fight against me, because all his previous fight, he wasn't a guy on social media. He wasn't doing like a great job on communicating and all that. So I think he needs to thank me for that.
But of course you were, even though without your opponent, you were in Chicago and you were cage side to witness the emerging of a new champion. I wonder if you look at that kind of dominant performance from Khamzat Chimaev, can you really see any holes? Can that kind of performance give you any idea how to beat this guy?
I think Khamzat did what he's doing for so long. He comes in, do his wrestling, but it's a different kind of wrestling, and that's where I think people make a lot of mistakes doing this kind of preparation to face him. They just think about wrestling, you know. It's not only about that. He has a very good system, a very good psycho system that he goes through, and people are not ready for that. And it was very good to be in Chicago witnessing that, but I was already seeing all that when I was in the training camp with Khamzat. I spent like 6 weeks with him and his team in Sweden in 2022, so I was there for sure helping him, but I was for sure studying and taking notes, because I knew that one day we could be facing each other, even though that he was a welterweight at the time, but I knew that he could be a middleweight and he could be a potential opponent. I wasn't with these intentions, but I was doing my work, you know. I'm always paying attention to new opponents, to new styles, to everything that can add to my game, you know. So I was there, I learned a lot. I'm very grateful for All Stars team in Sweden when he was training there, because I was there. I learned a lot of things, and yeah, it's gonna be even more fun to go there and fight against my friend to see who is the best in the world and to go for the belt, you know.
I've seen your interview with the Schmo when you said that every time you bet against Dricus and he keeps you, yeah, exactly. But were you surprised with the disproportion of the skill inside the cage?
Yeah, for sure. Like, I wasn't surprised with the domination at all, because I know that people don't, as I said, don't prepare properly to fight Hamza. I thought that Hamza were going to finish him in the first or second round, like, really fast, but he did a great job defending the submission, but he had no weapons to defend any other thing. So, yeah, I was kind of surprised, but I wasn't kind of surprised. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. If I made it myself clear, that's how I can call it.
Yeah, I understand. So let's talk about your fight, because this is the most important thing for now. And except these promotional things, what are the biggest values that you would say Nassourdine brings to the cage, and what fight do you expect this Saturday?
Yeah, I expect a hard fight for both of us. He's one of the best guys in the world, phenomenal striker, fast, and very, very calm when he fights, you know, and that's what I'm expecting on his fight. That's why this fight is so special for me, because I'm facing one of the best guys in the world, and I think if someone wants to go to the belt and be the champion of the UFC, you need to be facing tough competition, you know, and that's what I've been facing since the beginning of my career in the UFC, and this is just another one that is a tough competition that I must go there, perform, and dominate.
So I think that also we have to bear in mind that in October there is another important bout between Fluffy Hernandez and Reinier de Ridder. Did you get the word from the UFC, from the matchmakers, that this fight on this Saturday is clear title eliminator, or is it kind of a contest who wins in a better fashion between these two winners?
Yeah, I think it's kind of a contest, as you said, like who wins in a better fashion. But I'm not too worried about that, you know, because if I win the way I'm planning to win, domination, finishing him, there will be no doubt about it, because I was the one that accepted to be the backup 3 weeks before this big fight. I was the one that accepted to make weight twice in 3 weeks. So I was the one that was willing to take risks to go for the belt. So I just need to come here, don't worry about the other guys, just need to come here, perform, and everything goes as I plan. I'm gonna perform good, dominate, and I'll be the next one.
So that's interesting thing that you just mentioned, because I think not many fighters would accept this kind of being a backup and making weight in a span of 3 weeks, if I'm not wrong, right? So did you had a serious conversation with your coaches, with your manager, if it's a right thing to do?
Like, everybody on my team knows that the real champion is the guy that takes risks, you know. And if you're willing to be the world champ, you need to be willing to take a lot of risks in your life, you know. And I'm the one that's willing to be a champion since the beginning of my career. I came into the UFC not just to be part of the UFC, but to be the champion of the world. That's my plan. That's what I've been working my whole life to be. And whatever it takes to be the champion, I will do, you know. Like, I wouldn't forgive myself if the fight was off, in the Chicago was off, and I would say no, you know. So I needed to be there. I needed to do what I needed to do, be professional as always, make weight, and if the fight came to me, I would be ready. So, yeah, I'm willing to take risks. I'm willing to pay the price and do whatever I can to be the champion. And on Saturday, I'm gonna do the same thing.
I see. So let's talk about the Fighting Nerds, because of course it was founded a while ago in 2014, if I remember correctly, but You were the first fighter from the gym to get into the UFC in 2021, but last year it was like meteoric rise. You just blew away all the competition, and I don't remember when was the last time when a new gym emerged in so dominant way in the UFC.
Yeah, I think it's for sure it's about the performances that we're having inside the octagon, but we can say that it's about the performance that we have outside the octagon too, you know, how we market our brand, how we market our team, how we market every fighter on the team, and how we work a lot on the communication and to connect with the fans, connect with the people that love the sport. I think it all comes together, you know. It's not about just performance, but it's about performance inside and outside the octagon too. I think both are very important, and then they can walk together and be a massive thing. As you guys are saying, we're taking over.
So this year you've opened the door for a few Polish fighters, especially for Michał, your former opponent, yes. and Czarek Oleksiejczuk. It was really great to see how you welcomed them, and when we were talking, the Polish media, when we were talking to them, it was, you could really see that they feel like members of the team, members of the family. So how did it happen? Because I guess I'm not sure if it happens with every fighters, or there was something special with Michał and Czarek that you welcomed them.
For sure, there's something special about those guys. You know, Michał, after our fight, he came to me, and we were talking a little bit. You know, being like with good sportsmanship with us, like an honor to share the cage with this kind of warrior, and I have a big respect for all the guys from Poland and how warriors they are, you know, how they have this war in their blood, you know, and I have a lot of respect for that. And then he came in, we started to talking, and then he wanted to come by just to see the team because he liked our style. He saw that we could improve his game that is already very good. He's a guy that he has 8 knockouts in the first round into the UFC. Not many guys has that, you know. He has power in his hands. He just needed to be more calm. That's why I learned the word spokojnia, to talk to him, you know, to be more patient inside the octagon. So when he came in, he was the guy that was already early on training, very disciplined, knows how to help people when he needs to help, how to take care of their training partners, very friendly. And he's part of the family, you know. He's like a brother for me right now. I really love this guy. He's a family guy too. He takes care of his family. He represents his nation. So a lot of respect from these guys, you know. And Michał is like a big friend of mine right now. I want to be in his corner in all his fights. I just couldn't be. Yeah, once, but I just couldn't be in Chicago because I was the backup. So I could have fought on this day, so I couldn't be on his corner. But he's a guy that is part of the family, not just the team family, but my family too. You know, he's always welcome in Brazil. And after that, he brought his brother, Cesar, that is fighting today in the Contender Series. So he's another guy, same as his brother, very respectful, respect for the sport, respect for the team. And I have nothing but respect and love for these guys. And I want to go to Poland soon, you know, to go there, to know a little bit of their culture, to be a little bit of the village and the country, and it's good to have those guys around us.
Sounds like a plan. So, what can you tell us about Czarek, about Cezary?
The first time this guy went to our gym, he was my main training partner because, bro, when we did sparring, it was a very, very good sparring. Everybody was seeing that because this guy is big, long, southpaw, very good boxing, and he don't give up, you know. And it was great sparring. I can remember that, and we connected very well after that sparring, and then we started to keep training, keep pushing each other. For sure, hard rounds, but taking care of each other. And he's a great kid, you know. he's a guy that respects a lot of the team in the sport, that puts all of his soul into the sport, and I think he's more than ready to go on the Contender Series, put in a great performance, and get the contract and be two Polish brothers in the UFC. You know, I'll be very happy if this happened. I think this was gonna happen, and even though I need to be preparing and all that, I think I'll be awake to see this fight, because our team is about love and support, and I think that I feel that I need to watch this fight live and put my, you know, my energy on that. You know, I know that they will feel my energy and the energy of all the team. I think all the team will be awake to see this fight and be cheering for him. And I hope everything goes right and he get the contract. It will be one more fighting night in the UFC.
Let's talk about the Fighting Nerds glasses, because I think it's became one of the favorite gimmick in the sport for all over the world. When did it start, and did you know from the beginning that it will be a hit among the fans?
Yeah, it always started with Pablo, my coach, and he is a guy that has great marketing ideas. And then he came with the idea of the glasses. First he came with the name Fighting Nerd. When he said that, I was like, that's the fucking name that we need, bro. Because I think, bro, it's two different things, two different worlds that come together very good. And just like yin and yang, you know, it just comes together, opposite that comes together and be a powerful thing. So I think it's a great name. And then after that, he came with the idea of the glasses, you know, because I was the one who was wearing glasses since the beginning. I was kind of the nerd of the team and all that. So he just had the idea to use the glasses with the tape on it, because we always break our glasses. We all forget it somewhere. I was always like that when I was young. So, and then he came with the idea of the glasses, and I said, man, you're a fucking genius. I think that's a great idea. I think people are gonna love it. People are gonna be wearing the glasses when we fight. And I think this is gonna be a massive symbol for everyone in the MMA. We're just dreaming about it. We work it, and now everything's come to reality.